It's incomplete. They call me incomplete. Aries, yo. It's incomplete. They call me incomplete. Aries full moon. I won't spit it sleazy. What's the balance? What's the fairness? Don't you understand? You see the ill glare, miss. What up, shorty? I see you in your squirt. Don't you understand? Cat make it hurt. The Zert excerpt. Don't you understand? The astrology expert. Sometimes I get tongue-tied, but that means because my brain is so fried. The moon conjunct Chiron, you see. What are the pains you're going to heal through, B? The sextile of Saturn, discipline to get right. Don't you understand? I'm explaining it tonight. We got the sun and Venus conjunct as well. And Libra sun. Oh, what a story to tell. This Aries Moon, Jolie, Tupac, Nasir Jones B, Al Capone, this lyrical baritone. Don't you understand? No one can take my throne off the top of the dome. I'm the illest on the mic, the illest astrologer. I never say psych. Hike, I'ma throw the ill pass. Touchdown, Super Bowl victory for your ass. No cursing, no rehearsing. It's off the top of the dome, the illest person. It's me, the E, the fifth letter, the former bedwetter, ill getting the cheddar, dope in a sweater or a nice little shirt. Don't you understand? A crazy expert brought it back and pronounced it right. This time, you know, I'm ready for tonight. I take flight. And now you see, it's episode 88, Knowledge is Love from the E. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Eric Taylor. Taylor to Astrology. Make sure we're live. Oh, good. We got some people on already.
Enchanting one said, hey.
Enchanting, what's the deal? How you?
Ralph on Facebook said, what's up?
What up, Ralphie? My Elo, the smooth fellow. Yeah, man. Ralph, we got to get you into some astrology, B.
Danny said, what's up?
Danny Figueroa, the flamethrower. Parting the oceans like Noah or Moses. Anyway, how y'all feeling? Yeah, I'm a little hyped. I'm feeling good in the hood. You know what it is. Aries full moon, air grand trine, Mercury trine Pluto, moon conjunct Chiron, Saturn sextile moon and Chiron, Neptune opposite Mercury, Capricorn. And by the way, tonight's show right now, Aries moon. And that Pisces moon looked beautiful the other night. I don't know if you guys saw it. It had like a peach rainbow color. It was dope. But Aries moon 5 degrees as we speak. Aries rising. Okay, Libra. But for the Aries full moon, which is 4:55 p.m. mañana, October 9th. The sun and the moon, sun in Libra, moon in Aries, 16 degrees. You have a Capricorn rising. So that means the Pluto's on the ascendant, right? So Pluto on the ascendant, I got to do it backwards here. Pluto on the ascendant, Mercury in the ninth house, in Virgo.
Ralph said, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm live doing a show, buddy. You know, just listen up. What's rocking on here is so much. And what I really want you guys to understand is that this is the deep energy and a prelude to October 25th, which is the solar eclipse in Scorpio. October 23rd. And today, right now, Pluto went direct. Okay, Mercury already went direct, October 2nd. It will get back into Libra, I think, October 12th. Okay, now we have Saturn going direct October 23rd and Mars retrograding in Gemini, and it's doing a whole like 7.5 month cycle, which I told you, but it's going to go all the way till March of 2023. So we're talking about Mars and Gemini for the next 6 months, and it'll go retrograde October 30th, the day before Halloween, y'all. Okay. But so we have Mars in Gemini, Saturn Aquarius, and Libra, Sun, Venus to make this air grand trine. So what does this all mean? I'm going to get into this, then we'll get into your questions and stuff. You guys can maybe comment in the chat where your Aries is for the moon, where your Libra's at, right, for the sun and Venus. But understand, Venus is in its home in Libra. It's home. In Taurus, it's like the vacation home. What's the Aries moon? Well, I was saying it in the rhyme. It's Angelina Jolie, Nas, Tupac, Al Capone. It's got this assertive, initiating, aggressive, emotional, fiery energy, cardinal fire sign. But it's conjunct Chiron. So at this time, as a collective, what does it really mean for everybody, right? Now, in America's chart, it's Aries 5th house. But for the chart of the full moon, the exact time, it's a Capricorn rising. So this full moon is in the 4th house of our home, our nurturing, caring, comfort. It's how we were raised, but our convenience and our mother, ancestors' roots. So with that being in the 4th house, what is it telling us? Conjunct Chiron. This is an energy where we have to heal the unbalance in our I am energy and heal the psychological wounds. Aries rules the head, medical astrology, of how we initiate, find our voice, become independent leaders, independent I am from a relationship or partnership, right? There's a lot of unhealthy love and a lot of codependency that this moon is trying to explain to us that we need to break out of. Who's here?
Irene.
What up, Irene? And you guys, I want to thank you. And
Steven.
You and Steven, you guys all know my heart. We were rocking, me and Angela, and then me on Anjani or whatever. And I definitely wanted them to engage with you guys a little bit more, but it's okay because we were just spewing. So I hope you guys don't mind. Because on my show, we're very interactive, right? I always like to, interact with you guys. But when I have guests, I just hope you guys, understand, definitely never ignoring you. And, I spoke to Angela and I see, she's been talking to you guys. And I know some of you have even already booked readings with Angela for the human design. And make sure you check out her website, asovereignrose.com, and also go follow Anjani Seagrass at Venus Gemstone on IG, and here on the tube of the U, Awaken the Dream School. Okay, so when you have this opposition of the sun and the moon looking at one another, and then you're dealing with the Chiron Venus as well, there's a lot of wounds that need to be healed with the divine feminine and with relationships in general. And so that's what we're being asked at this time, to kind of soul search Mercury, Trine, Pluto, that this is a time to heal these traumas, these wounds. Look, we all have trauma, right? Think about Chiron, the centaur. The first original trauma is the cord, right, being cut from your mother from birth. You're born into trauma. I mean, we don't like to label it like that and think about it, but it's traumatic. You just spent like 9 months, hopefully, maybe 8, whatever, but you spent around 9 months and sometimes almost 10, because they really, the birth cycle is a little bit longer than 9 months if you really, calculate it and all that, but that's a whole nother conversation. But still, that's the first trauma, right? And then the second trauma will be the degree of the Chiron in your natal birth chart. So when you come to me and I do your chart reading, right, Western Tropical Astrologer, whole sign system, I will, email you and say, okay, your Chiron's at 14 degrees in this house and this sign. This is what could have happened. Do you remember? Let me know. Because healing the Chiron story and the Pluto and tapping into the Black Moon Lilith is like the trinity of trust and the triad of healing. This is the work we all have to do. Okay. And understand we're entering in a very karmic, fated energy with the solar eclipse, October 25th, and then the lunar eclipse, November 8th. And we are on the precipice in the 2-week window, really, basically, of that, it's going to be no joke. October 23rd, the sun and Venus go into Scorpio and Saturn goes direct. And then just 2 days later, boom, you got the solar eclipse. And you know that a lunar eclipse is on election day. You are aware of that, right? Right. So, but let's talk about not just, being, finding your emotional independence, right? That means being in a healthy relationship, but being in a place of self-love. And Black Moon Lilith has left Cancer. You look at it on the Placidus, it still says it's in Cancer, but that's not the true Black Moon Lilith. You go to astro.com and put in H13 in miscellaneous, the real Black Moon Lilith, the true Black Moon Lilith, like I'm doing through the houses, and I just recorded the 7th house today. That'll be up soon. And I finished the Uranus series. 11th to 12th will be up soon. So those are the next 3 videos lined up for you all. I shoot them out. I'll put one up tomorrow, probably Uranus in the 11th house. Uranus. Gotta have fun. I'm gonna miss doing that series though. That was a fun series. But I'm gonna finish Part of Fortune, The Secrets of the Sun Sign, and thank you guys for all the comments. I know you've been liking that series. It's fun doing it. But Part of Fortune, Mercury through the houses, and Black Moon Lilith through the houses, I'll finish up, and then it cools down outside out here in the desert. So I will get back to finishing. I told you I got to get those downloads. Neptune through the signs, Pluto through the signs, because I'm going 2098. 2132, even the Neptune, I still got to do 4 of the Neptune videos, only 3 to Pluto. I got to do Neptune in Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, because I figured it doesn't make sense to go back to Neptune in Leo in 1920s and 30s, because most of those peoples are gone. So I got to go to the future, which is a lot more challenging, because I got to get the intuitive downloads from Source, God, Energy. I can't just do it based on pure astrological knowledge, because I'm predicting what's going to happen after we go through Neptune, Pisces, Neptune, Aries, Neptune, Taurus. You know what I mean? So it's deep. I hope you appreciate that from your boy. I like to, the 11th house stellium, I like to go to the future for y'all. Because, anybody in astrology can, tell you, oh, well, this is what happened in history in the 1920s. Who cares? Whoa. Nobody wants to, that doesn't help you guys. Yes, we need to learn our history so we don't repeat the same mistakes. But it's the same thing with relationships and trauma and the codependency. So we have to be in a committed love relationship, if that's what you're choosing, but then still have your own independent self. And that's challenging. I think my wife and I, we try to do it pretty well. We have very, because we have our own businesses, we're around each other a lot. But at the same time, we're totally in 2 different separate realms. Obviously both in the health space, right? Pisces, Virgo axis. I'm healing your soul and your spirit. She's healing your body, your skin. You know what I'm saying? We got you covered. You come to the tailors, you get completely healed. Inside, outside, upside down. You know what I mean? That's just how we roll. But understand, Libra is always, truthfully, and especially tonight, right? Where it's let's think of it, not just think of it tonight. Tonight's in the 7th house, right? I told you the Aries ascendant. But for the Capricorn ascendant for this tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, 4:55 p.m. on the east side, it is in the 10th house for the Capricorn ascendant. Okay. So it's about this trine energy. The air grand trine is things are starting to manifest, and you're not going to see everything clearly, and not all good things are going to actually wind up being good, but the eclipses are going to put major shifts and changes permanently in our lives. So you have to get prepared for that. You know what I mean? And I'll come back on and talk. Obviously, I'm going to try to get back to twice a week. I've just been so swamped with clients, and God bless you and thank you, And for those of you who have not got the birth chizzy yet, like Irene, I know you know a lot of astrology knowledge, but your boy will break down your chart for you, something special, like De La Soul, oodles and oodles of O's, right? But understand, you guys, we are at such a crucial time, right? Look at the what this eclipse is focused on, the Scorpio Taurus axis. You guys know this, right? It's about your money, your values, right? Merging trauma, pain, power, control, manifesting, 5 senses, survival, food, our speech, the Taurus. And it's so funny because with this access, it's coinciding with the eclipses. It's all Venus-Mars energy. So there's a lot of sexual tension. There's a lot of purging. There's a lot of detoxification, especially with this Scorpio eclipse and the Scorpio South Node hitting the sun. And we need healthy ego, but the arrogant, narcissistic, manipulative ego, that's got to die. But never listen to anybody that tells you, oh, don't need ego. No, you need ego. You need Mars. You need that swag. You need that fuel. And Mars in Gemini is giving us this burst of energy right now. And in the Capricorn ascendant, right? It's in the 6th house of our work and daily routine for this full moon. Okay. So that also speaks to, with that Chiron wound, there's a lot of wounds that need to be healed through initiating, what's a Gemini? Communications, exchange of ideas, trying to create peace, fairness, harmony, and real balance. But then when you've got, and I think this is so deep, right? Because you know what happened so we got in Iran with the women. I mean, there's a real revolution, and this is the Saturn-Uranus square again. It's back, y'all. It was big time last year, 2021, and it's going to be bigly from now, even going into 2023. And understand, as we go to March 2023, right, we've got this Mars Gemini. Then we've got the Pluto into Aquarius, just for 2 months. Little sneak preview, and then go back, right? But it will never hit back to where we just are when we stationed direct today, 26 degrees, which 26 is 8 infinity number, right? So we're talking about money and manifestation. We also are going to have Saturn March of 2023 leaving Aquarius. Finally, it seems like it's been there forever. And Chiron, just so you know, it's in Aries till 2026. For some reason, Chiron spends longer times in Aries and Taurus. But it's been there since 2019 to 2026. Chiron and Aries, that's a long run. And if you look back in history, because we do got to learn from astrological placements, Chiron and Aries is when we had those assassinations, right? JFK, RFK, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I call them the 4 horsemen. The only 4 men as individuals. Black Panthers did it too, and other groups. But the only 4 men as individuals that truly raged against the machine, the programming, the control, the system. It's why they were all taken out and eliminated. Right? So please remember, the moon exalted in Taurus and a home in Cancer. In Aries, it's not terrible and it's not great, but it is speaking to conjunct Chiron, our wounds that we need to heal with our mother, our body, our health, our psychology, our assertiveness, our competitiveness, our initiation. Are we initiating in a healthy way? And these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, but understand that we have to continue this detox that the solar and lunar eclipse is asking us. And that's why Mars, that rules Aries and Scorpio, is so highlighted now, being in Gemini, hands communication. And don't forget the Mars Gemini squaring Neptune Pisces. That's a tough square. And then the Neptune opposing Mercury in Virgo, right? So Neptune in Pisces, home, Virgo in Mercury, home. So it's just for a couple of days. But in this moon chart with the Capricorn ascendant, that's the 9th house of foreign lands. And Ceres is there in Virgo, the goddess of harvest. And what they just announced, this food farming emporium, or this whole new thing in Great Britain that people got to research. I just heard about it myself. I got to give the credit to the astrologer Pam Gregory was talking about it. I didn't hear anything about it because I don't really watch the news. So I thought it was fascinating. So you guys go research that. But this is what we need to do. They're trying to attack farmers. Your boy Bill Gates is bought over 21,000 acres of land and just bought up so much in North Dakota, and then is doing stuff with the water filtration system and the EPA, and he's trying to harvest or grow or create new food. Remember I told you on the Mars, Taurus, the Mars, Uranus, North Node, and Taurus video that I had pinned up there for a while. Remember that conjunction? And I told you about them turning your food into pills and stuff, and what they're going to do with creating new types of food. It's in the works. Come on, y'all. Let me know if you're with me. Give me some fire emojis or some thumbs up. I know you're paying attention. I know you are awake. This is a time to get into our heart and our root chakra, because you have to be driven by your heart, that connection to God, in the body, in the root chakra, our intuition. I've already said it's past go time. Because you're going to pass go and you're not going to get your $200, because what's happening? The financial system and structures are being renewed and changed, just like the earth. Hashtag new earth. Uranus and Taurus.
Air Lair said, could Scorpio Bill Gates be trying to help us?
Ooh. I wish. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. When he, right as the pandemic was starting, was talking about population control and eliminating 1.8 billion people off the earth because we won't have enough food to feed everybody. And that's why you got Sahad Guru talking about safe soil worldwide. He's already, Bill Gates, I believe, you can Google it and check, been kicked out of India and Africa. And it's why his wife divorced him to save her soul, just like Jeff Bezos' wife divorced him, saved her soul. So do I think he's trying to help us? Do I think he's, part of the New World Order and G20 summit and power hungry and controlling everything? You answer it. I don't know. I know he's not playing checkers. I know he's playing chess. I know he made money off the pandemic, like all the other billionaires. Anything that happens, you guys, there are no accidents. You got to just watch the money trail. While we were all inside, they were putting up all those towers for the 5G while we were inside on lockdown. It was working at 7 to 7 in the morning, 7 at night to 7 in the morning. And you came out of, lockdown and you had 5G towers all over the whole freaking country. I mean, listen, I'm never going to sugarcoat nothing for you. And I'm surely going to ask the questions because, like I told you, if I was to get my PhD, I would teach a class called Free Thinking 403. The 7 is a special number, right? William, Cheryl, William, Jackson, Mateus, all 7s. I didn't plan that, but that's what worked out. My sons with my parents. But 7 is that sort of Neptunian energy. It's about spirituality. Okay? So understand, we've got to really get into our heart, really get that real love to have healthy, balanced, harmonious, peaceful relationships, partnerships, negotiations. But we also have to be the pioneering maverick, Aries Moon, and be like emotionally get away from toxicity, people who are not for us, right? You guys see the videos on Instagram. I was just watching something the other day, but it's so true, right? If people's eyes don't light up a little bit when they see you, then they're not really for you. You know what I'm saying? They're not coming to you, giving you like that hug or that fist bump with like a smile. That's how I feel when I come up on here. I light up when I see you guys come on, whether it's Danny or Matt Gaiman or Irene or Temptress or Jacqueline or Javanka or Janet Jones or Kimberly or Steven, whoever, Ralph, whoever. I light up because I got love for y'all. And I hope, and I guess if you're here, you lighten up when you see me. And I hope I give you the KRS-One, right? The edutainment, entertainment, education. Let's get us some questions. What's up?
Okay.
Comments, questions, whatever.
So Isaac said.
And Isaac and Hope, shout out to y'all too.
Isaac said you light us up, Eric. And then Isaac also said struggle is real.
It is. It is. But listen. Remember, we chose to be born at this time, in these times, because we're built for this. Okay. Remember, I tell this with all my clients, your job is to retire from negative self-talk, but believe in yourself. You are capable. You're supposed to fail, make mistakes, and you dust yourself off like Aaliyah and try again and keep grinding. But positive self-talk, positive affirmations, it creates, things are happening. I don't even want to say, things or whatever, but things are popping off for him and his career. You know what I'm saying? He just got his braces off, got the fly new cut. He's making moves, right? Things are popping off for me, popping off for wifey and her business. But we're intentional. Meditation, prayer. We do the deep clearing protocol that we do with my guest, Laura Cool. I told you guys, reach out to her, lauracool.com, KUHL, lauracool.com, right? I mean, I only bring on heavy hitters for you guys. And I'm trying to get a male healer or astrologer. I've reached out to some folks, just, ain't coming on. So it's all good. When the time is right, it'll be right, but I've been connecting with some amazing ladies. And, on Natalia Rose, right? I've been bringing you guys some heaters because I see the light in these people. And I know that knowledge is love, and I need to share them with you because they have knowledge and they're going to give it to you, and they have. But we are built for this, Isaac. It's tough as hell right now. But let's embrace it. Let's vibrate from our hearts. Let's manifest positivity. Let's be intentional. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am wealthy. I am a great dad. I am a great husband. I am a great astrologer. Speak it. It will drip all over you. Manifest it. All right? Go ahead.
Okay. Air Layer said, do you have any connection with particular animals?
Air Layer, what's up? Welcome to the show. Nice to meet you. Give me your sun, moon, and rising if you don't mind sharing all the new people and stuff. I'm Eric Taylor. It's a pleasure. Do I have a connection to any animals? Yeah, I've never owned a dog, but I love dogs. I would like to have, when the kids leave, a English bulldog, because they're like, their faces are all messy and sloppy and they're so cute. And I like chocolate labs, golden retrievers, and Rottweilers. I don't like Doberman Pinschers and pit bulls. Nothing with no lockjaw and they turn on you. But I love Rotties. I had a girlfriend that had a Rottie. We used to go running in Brooklyn, and it was her roommate's dog. But still, that dog loved me. After he had beef with me when I first came over, he's like, "You messing with my girl?" I'm like, "Yo, she's my girl, man." And we had to talk. And then when we got together, he was cool. I forgot his name, but beautiful, strong. Rottweilers are no joke. They are strong and thick. But I don't like no little poodle. Like, I don't like no little poochie, Now the bulldog, they're small, but they got like a little thick neck,
Not a pug.
I don't like no pugs. They have health issues though, but I just love them. My good friend growing up had one. My mother had 2 cats for a little bit. I loved them because they were hers, but I don't like cats. I'm not a cat. Right now we have 2 tortoises, Speedy and Scully. They're dope. And the truth here, he's got a bearded dragon. Her name is Goldie. So they're all in the family fantasy football league. And Goldie girl is amazing. She's a Cancer. And don't really know the birth of the turtles. So we'd have to make something up for them or try to figure it out somehow. But, hey, also I want to say, you guys, make sure you go follow me on Instagram, Taylor to Astrology. Try to get me over that 800. And follow me on the Twitter. I'm making moves on Twitter. I've been tweeting with Crease Summer from A Different World, like one of my tweets. And Rachel True has been liking my stuff. She was on that show, Half and Half, the beautiful light-skinned sister. So I'm going to see if I can do their birth charts, or maybe see if I can get them manifest and see if they can come on here on the podcast, but yeah, I'm starting to, at Big 3 Astrology and at Taylor 2C. I might switch that, and I'm going to try to switch the domain name for the website. I'm about to get the website revamped and hooked up. And then you can also, it's taylor2coaching.com, but it's so long. I'm going to try to get it to, I already purchased the name, t2uc.com. I'm working on t-shirts. I'm going to have stickers for you guys, for my Patreon people, and, different stuff, some stickers for Coffee Talk and for Knowledge is Love. So I'm trying to get some merch. The t-shirts I'm just going to have for me for videos and for here, but eventually if people like them and want, and yes, I'm doing my one-on-one astrology teaching, right? $400 for 4 weeks, but you got to have astrology knowledge, because I'm teaching annual perfections, transits, aspects, secondary progressions, solar returns, all the intricacies, house rulership, chart rulership, all that stuff. But I will be doing my introduction to the basic foundations of astrology course, 8 weeks, $199. And I'm just designing it, y'all, but I'm one person. And like I told you, I was going to use Teachable or Demio, but I think I'm just going to do it straight up through my email groups and through Zoom, and just, give you the quizzes and stuff, and not give them the platform, the money or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's still going to be professional and classy with the, dope PDFs for you guys, and a wealth of knowledge, including a little intro to medical astrology, 2 weeks on houses, 2 weeks on signs, 2 weeks on signs, 2 weeks on planets, 2 weeks on houses, a week on medical astrology, and a week for just like reviewing, summing up questions. Boom. Each class will have chart examples, the whole 9. I'm on my Grizzy. Okay, go ahead, read.
Okay. Let's see. So, Steven said, hello, all Plutos, no longer retrograde.
Yeah, went direct. Steven, I like your page, man.
No longer be hijacked.
Say it again. What do you say?
My finances will no longer be hijacked. Aries is in my 5th house. Mars resides there in my natal chart.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, Jupiter, don't forget, you guys, October 28th, Jupiter will return to Pisces for like 2 months to December 20th. So that's going to be a nice little spiritual gift and blessings. Also, realize this Mercury opposing Neptune, really foggy on what is real and true in communications right now. Media, television, the whole 9, everything, but understand that it's also a great way to communicate to the divine and the collective and the spiritual realm. So there's a great time to increase your meditation, even if you just did it for the next couple of days. But I mean, you should be meditating. You should have a routine every day. Okay. And we gotta get right with our health. I just had a family friend, in the hospital, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you have to be intentional. Drink your water, get your iron, get your cucumbers, your avocado, your fruits, your vegetables, get your vitamin D, your B12. Like, come on, y'all. There's no time to be lax, no time to be slipping and be lazy. Don't eat no McDonald's burgers and fries. Like, get it. Fried food, dead that. Like, we're literally in spiritual warfare times as a collective. I'm trying to get these kids online to get like, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? But they're getting disciplined. If it's gonna kill me, they're getting disciplined. But the meditation, the prayers is so important. But I'm trying to let them know there's urgency, because what's going on in the world, it's not a game anymore. You see the women fighting, protesting in Iran. You see what's happening in different countries, Russia, Ukraine, that's, heating up. China is going through like a little recession. They're not shipping goods over here. A recession is coming here. The next year is going to be real tight. So start, I'm going to be running sales on my stuff, because I know things are going to be getting expensive. And I want you guys to still get this ancient wisdom and knowledge, so you know what's happening and you know how to live and exist with the flow and energy of your birth chizzy. But I know that things are financially going to be getting tight. But this is the time to invest invest, right? In the stock market when it's low, crypto, whatever, the bear markets, right? But things are going to start bouncing back. So maneuver, make your moves, be smart, be aware, but be tuned in and turn off that idiot box. Now, if you're like me and you want to watch your sports, that's cool. The NBA season's coming up. Football's heating up. My Steelers might shock the world and upset the Buffalo Bills tomorrow. Kenny Pickett's in the house. We going for it, yo. But understand, Pluto, Trine, Mercury, there's going to be, and Pluto just went direct. Watch the news Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See what pops off. Because things are going to be that were hidden, revealed, right? Virgo has the receipts. Those last couple of degrees, Virgo's going to look at logically the details, analytically, and give you the truth. And Pluto's still sextiling Neptune, which, I think goes on to 2050. But, it's really about tapping in to the spiritual realm for true healing and transformation of the soul psyche, y'all. Okay? And it will shift for a little bit when, obviously, in March, when Pluto goes to Aquarius. Okay? But understand, these energies are intense, powerful. All this retrograde energy, now it's finally starting to stop, right? Pluto, Mercury went direct, and Saturn's going to go direct. But Mars retrograde, and you're going to be able to see it in the sky. It's going to be beautiful, the red planet, right? That's going to be wild. All right, go ahead, Reen.
Okay. Me and More love this year.
I'm me and More.
First up
Cool.
here, Rose Williams.
Hey, Rose. What's up, girl?
Said, do you think the book Animal Speaks is relevant? True, it's only symbolism in its intention, but sometimes seems really interesting, ironic sometimes.
Animal Speaks? I don't know that book. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about, I know Animal Farm, George Orwell, 1984. I know Animal Farm, I know that stuff. I don't know Animal Speaks, but if you tell me about it, then I can, kind of answer and stuff. But I just don't know it. But anything can be relevant, right? I mean, what we're dealing with now as a collective is they're shifting. The moon each year moves further away from the earth. The spiritual energy is going from 3D to 5D. People are ascending. We are remembering like crazy our spiritual and just gifts from our Saturn DNA, Moon DNA ancestors, our lineage, our roots. We've already known these things, right? Remember, civilization took us away from nature and our connection to God source energy. Yeah, it's great to have banks and supermarkets and stuff like that, but we also used to just walk the streets. And just think about it, synthetic sneakers, that's terrible because your feet heal and balance your whole chakra system when your feet touch the soil and the grass and the earth. Us wearing these sneakers and shoes is actually bad for us. That's why Native American cultures, a lot of them, don't do that. And I'm not saying to walk outside barefoot because it's dirty and nasty and cut your foot, but I'm just telling you what the reality is. It's making us detached from nature, which is why we've been destroying it so much. Now, it's more the patriarchal system and the powers that be. It's not you and I doing it, but still, we are a part of it because we exist in this realm and reality that has gotten us so detached from humanity and nature. I mean, look at all the plants and trees and animals and things we just destroy. What is wrong with us? We're supposed to live in simpatico with these things, in harmony, in the Libra balance, the Libra Aries axis, the cardinal axis. I am a part of the we are, but in a balanced, healthy, harmonious way. And all that's out of whack. You've got to know that. You've got to see that. You've got to feel that. All these things are made up, right? Republican, Democrat, race. There's only one race, the human race. We all descend from Africa and then spread different ways. Change the hue, the shape of our eyes, noses, stuff like that, depending on the weather. and also albino, right? That's how we got the different cultures and ethnicities. And no, we're not alone in the universe. Aliens have been here since God knows when. But they're not going to interfere. They will interfere, they give us different information and technologies, but they want the success of our planet. So, but just understand things that are happening with China and Russia, like, pay attention. It's about to get hot in here and hectic. And the astrology says it's going to get hotter than you can imagine. Now, I hope that it's just like silly little things and it's nothing bad. But, you see the fluctuation in the stock market and the gases and the products and the goods and the inflation and the interest rates and this and that. I mean, where do you think it's going? Because it doesn't look like it's going anywhere good, does it? If you're being really honest and you are tuning in intuitively. And on election day to have a lunar eclipse in Taurus in the North Node, Lord have mercy. I mean, but the fact that it's not our national holiday and the fact that we only have a two-party system and it's all controlled by lobbyists and corporations, elections are fugazi anyway, right? They're not real. It's an illusion. Because if it was real, it wouldn't be billionaires and millionaires running. It would be real, authentic leaders that are of the people, by the people, for the people. And we'd have a 3 to 5 party system. And voting might be 2 days, or it would be on a Saturday. It would be a holiday. No one would have to go to work. They would just vote. There wouldn't be voter suppression. But the fact that all that stuff exists tells you that it's fugazi. That's just common sense and paying attention. You have Mercury to help you logically, analytically assess and think. Make sure you use it. Let me know if you know where your Mercury is, what sign, what house. Tap in. Don't be hoodwinked and brainwashed anymore. Let go of the programming. My 11-week relationship coaching program is to get you to have self-love, to prepare you to find your true future soulmate and have that real love. But at the same time, it's the first floor. It's literally unlearning, which is what every human being should do between 22 and 32. But you're never taught that, so most human beings don't. And that's why you have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years olds who are freaking stunted children and are completely brainwashed, plugged into the system like a robot because they haven't done the work. I did the work. I grinded. I was introspective. I was isolated. I went through depression. I wrote it all out, boom, 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 and I lived it, right? I'm the 1-3 generator, the mad scientist martyr, right? I go through it, and then I teach it and share it to you, right? Just like I went through coma, almost died, so then now I can teach it and explain it to you, And believe you me, the odds were against me. I wasn't supposed to make it, but I'm here. And I love the fact that so many of you lifted me up in prayers and positive energy and stuff like that. But I also know there's some people that, they were probably, hoping for my downfall. And that's okay, because your boy is here. He wasn't taking me out, okay? But I'm a different type of cat. The native New Yorker who don't eat the porker, all right? All right, read.
Okay. Enchanting, put some 100 emojis.
Yeah, enchanting. 100 back at you.
And then, then Steven said, I have Neptune and Sagittarius in my first house.
Yeah, we share that Neptune on the ascendant. It's not easy because people will always try to label and define us. But it's taken us so long to figure out who we are. When you have Neptune on the ascendant, you are like fairy blood, like Suki Stackhouse. You are like in the ethers. You are a fantasy. You are spiritual. You are a dream to someone else. But you are very mystical and mysterious. And you are a shapeshifter. I can morph My son would tell you, I can morph into any voice, character, person, but that makes you a great actor. Tom Cruise, Robin Williams. A lot of people got Neptune on the ascendant. And, it's a beautiful placement. But yeah, it makes you not see yourself on your early life clearly. It puts a fog over you, right? To your who am I am energy. So people, when you have Neptune ascendant, people try to label and define you. But they don't know you because you don't even know you. But nobody knows you. Only God knows you. That's a song by Eclipses. Only God knows me. Heaven can't wait, but only God knows me. Can I tell you something? What will bug you guys out? If you listen to my first 2 albums and even the song titles, the content, they line up with my astrology and my birth chart, and I didn't even know them then. All I knew was a Virgo sun. I didn't know I was a Cap Moon, Scorpio rising. I didn't know any of that. Now, I knew the sun signs, but I knew the energy is really good. But until I started to research and study and take classes and become a professional astrologer, that's when I knew my whole chart. But that's just a couple years back. When I wrote those rhymes and stuff, I didn't know that. I got a song. I'm gonna put it up here for y'all, but you can go to my YouTube channel, eComplete, and listen to my music, see some of my acting on Broadway, and I was in the New York Times and some of my movies that I did and what I was in. But what's crazy, like my song, My Mission, it literally describes the Cap Moon, Virgo Sun, Pisces North Node, Scorpio, right? Like it's crazy. And that's how you know God was writing these rhymes with me. Right? So what's my mission as I come to this planet? Move over Saturn because your rings can't stand it. I slammed it as my breath exhaled, and I'm coming through the oceans like Orca the whale. 9 months in jail from the womb to the tomb. I was born in September, but I was ready in June. Eager to patrol with my shining soul. I plan to be the glue to the globe. And there's more, but I'm just gonna stop there. But you know what I'm saying? Orca the whale, 9 months, 9 months in jail from the womb to the tomb. Born in September, was ready in June. Like, that's it's crazy. Because that's like literally Virgo Sun, Gemini 8th house, Pisces North Node, Saturn, Capricorn. That's like, yeah. And, there are no accidents. There just isn't. You know what I'm saying? Even how I met my wife and everything. You'll see. I talk about the story in the Uranus 12th house video. Make sure you'll watch that. Because that's my placement. And that helps me to do what I do for y'all too. It's very powerful. All right, that's great. So talk to me. Anybody like interesting stuff with like what's been going on with the energies? Are you feeling the shift? What do you think about this?
Steven said, yeah, but I thought
Aries full moon.
But I thought having Jupiter and Scorpio in my 12th house would send me to the ethers. Thank goodness I have Saturn and Taurus opposite Jupiter to bring me back to Earth.
Yeah, but Jupiter in 12th house though, Steven, it's going to help you with, and you guys go follow Steven. Steven, put your thing down there below. Go support and follow Steven the Jupiterian on his YouTube channel, y'all. He just started doing some astrology stuff on there. I subscribed. I'm following Steven, liking his videos. Proud of you, Steven. Keep doing it, man. I'm really proud of you. God bless you. I wish you all the best. But put your information there. You guys click on his page. Go support Steven, y'all. We got to keep the family going here and show Steven the Jupiterian some love. Pisces, the Sag rising, always surprising. All right. But this Aries full moon, any questions about it? How to work with it with Chiron? What house is it in for you? Did the new person put their big 3? All right, so new person. What was that name again?
They might have already got off.
Okay. Well, but honestly, we have got to heal these Chiron wounds. And it is about initiation. It is about assertiveness, finding our independence, our voice. Be childlike again. Not immature, but childlike in that maverick, pioneering, genius energy. Always don't underestimate the Aries Aquarius sextile. Because Aquarius is the old sage man, the Saturn genius, right? And Saturn and Aquarius is sextiling this moon and Chiron in Aries. But Aries is like the child genius, the pioneer maverick, right? Aries is the initiation, the I am, the start of the new year, right? That's what I have April Fools. The start of the real new year is April 21st on the spring equinox, right? When things are born again in spring with the nature and the birds and the plants and the trees and the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. You don't have no new year in the freaking second week of winter, January 1st. That doesn't even logically make sense with nature. So why do you believe it? Don't believe, no. Believing is being a liar, right? Don't believe nothing. Know it. Know the truth. This full moon is time to heal the relationships in every aspect of your life. Business partnerships, friendships, marriage, mothers, with your mother, right? Aries Moon. Initiate the healing with your mom, because that's the original wound, right? You've got to always honor your mother. I took care of my mother for over 17 years. And I sleep good every night knowing that she's blessing and watching over me in heaven. And she's proud and happy and thankful that, I went more than above and beyond to take care of my mother. And I would do it every lifetime. Okay? And by the way, if you don't notice, I always like to give you little astrology nuggets, but a lot of Capricorn moons wind up taking care of their mothers. So just remember that when you see it in the birth chizzy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Key Cash. They're back.
Key Cash. They've been on before?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember you, Key Cash. How you doing?
Well,
Tell me your big three. Sun, moon, and rising. What do you say? What? The full moon is what?
The full moon is conjunct my natal moon in the 6th house.
Oh. Are you Scorpio rising? Okay, so then we brothers. Scorpio rising. Is that a man, Key Cash?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm a Scorpio rising too. Yeah, nah, this is really good because remember, the sixth house is also not only your aunt and uncle from your mother's side, your work, service, daily routine, your health, your hygiene, but a sickness and illness, conflicts, divorce, right? Some of those haters at the job, at the workplace. But when you have Aries in the 6th house and you're dealing with this Chiron, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think it was the Chiron return that might have, put me into the hospital and in a coma stuff. But, who knows? I got to really look at the secondary progression chart again. But that's a whole nother thing. I don't need to burden y'all with that. But Aries 6th house, Scorpio risings, and the South Node right now, this is a time that we've got to purge and detox. We have to let go of falsehoods about ourselves. We have to change and make sure we're purifying our diets and focus on our health. What do we need to eliminate out of our lives? Good, bad, or indifferent, right? Because sometimes the good things we do take us to a challenging road, and sometimes the bad things we do turn into blessings. There's that Neptune Mercury confusion, and you know what I mean? Illusion, fog, deception. But it's just like the airplane, y'all. They say you put your mask on first, then you can help your children and your spouse and stuff like that. And that's the Aries Libra access. We have to have the self-love and know who we are, the I am energy, so then we can kind of join the Aquarius collective group or join the individual partner for business, relationships, or marriage. But we've got to do the inner work ourselves. The Aries full moon is speaking that conjunct Chiron. And there's going to be more challenging times for women and reproductive organs and attacks on women in that sense. But then we've got to, because right now this is a rise of the divine feminine that's been oppressed and suppressed for so long. And there's going to be a little bit of that backlash towards it, which is why we had the whole, and don't get me started with that stuff. I told you I'm pro-life and I'm pro-choice. There's nuance to that. Like I don't know how anybody could just be completely one. You know what I'm saying? Or else none of us would be born, right? So let's keep it real. So, but I do believe that we've got to start to honor health and women's health, that they should be empowered to do what they choose to do. It's not a man's position, and surely not a government's position to manipulate, control that, and put doctors in jail. I mean, come on, be barbaric. It's disgusting. Come on. So just understand there's going to be a yo-yo effect the next couple months with those topics and those issues. Venus, Mars stuff. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. So, yes, Stephen, tell us your channel so we can follow. And then...
Who said that? Danny?
Isaac.
Isaac? Oh, yeah. We got to support Stephen, Isaac. Come on. The family.
And then Irene Max said, that sucks, Danny. Y'all helped me learn this energy tonight. And then Danny said, Irene, I had issues when I was a child. Similar like Stephen, I was made fun of a lot. I'm very creative.
Yeah. Well, we all have these wounds, Danny, and I think, in one way or another, even think about the bullies, the people that were teasing other kids. They were in some sort of pain too. And maybe they were being teased and bullied at home. Hurt people hurt people. Remember, even Natalia Rose said that when she was on here. And we have to heal that, right? Even the adult bullies now on the TV, the media, or even when Trump was president. And I'm not picking on him, but, he came off like a bully. But understand, these people are all hurt, right? Trump has to heal that Pluto in the 12th house. And he hasn't. And that's why he's such a narcissist. If you don't take the time to heal the Pluto wounds and the Chiron wounds, you're never really going to get into a healthy self-love, I am healthy place. That's the journey. That's the map of your life. That's the birth chizzy. You have to learn. And when you can work with these planets, you guys, that's why I love doing the astrological life coaching, the 4-week program with people and stuff after the birth chart, because I really teach you how to break it down, the numerology, the astrology, and to really live and to be able to harness the energy of these planets and work with them. And please know, retrogrades and planets and being debilitated or in their fall, that's how you have growth. If you only got sextiles, conjunctions, and trines in your chart, you could be, a gluttonous, lazy, happy pig. It doesn't achieve anything. And you're like, well, my chart says this. Yeah, because you're just chilling. You're sitting on the couch eating Doritos. You got to kind of go through those squares and oppositions and put in that work, right? Hard work leads to the growth and the change. See, that's what's wrong with the school system. They want you to work alone. They want you to have one answer for the test. There's multiple answers and multiple ways to solve problems in adulthood when we're working. And we're supposed to work, and in a workspace, you work as a collaborative. But the school system programs you differently. So then you have to really unlearn that to know how to be an adult and work with other adults at any career or job or business you have. You see how that works? Why do they do that to us? It doesn't even make sense. But because they want slaves, they want workers. They don't want people to be bosses and owners and to be healthy. You got to see that, right? Yeah. I mean, come on. I don't know, man. Sometimes I get so discouraged by I know for me, I got so many friends and family, they're just still so brainwashed and programmed. And I used to say this back in the 90s, I don't know why people are like, yo, my government, my daddy, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, CNN, Fox, this, that. You're like, everyone tells you to go left or right or think or, whatever. But if you really look at the history of what they've done, and I'm talking about all those entities, from the government to the media to this, that, all they've done is lied to you and misled you. And then afterwards, when things get revealed and uncovered, they twist and lie about that. And then they sneak out some BS apology. And then we just accept it like taking applesauce on a spoon with a bad medicine. And then we forget about it because there's something else in a news cycle or a new cell phone or a new technology, new toy. And people forget, like, this thing that I'm relying on or that I unconditionally love doesn't love me back. That's a Chiron moon right there. And so you have to think about that, especially with this Pluto Capricorn on the ascendant. It's telling us we have to kind of go through that death and rebirth of I am self, caught up in the structures and systems. Capricorn, Pluto. It's the death and rebirth of the structures and systems. Right? You guys getting this? You got this? I mean, it's really clear, but sometimes it's hard for people to see. But it's not a game. But at the end of the day, only thing that matters is love. And listen, there's always going to be negative stories and violence and killing and famine and death. And it's just the cycle of life. I mean, we're all born. The minute we're born, we're dying. Sounds morbid, but it's the truth, right? The minute we're born, we're dying. It's slow, but it's the reality. So, but the soul is eternal. And when you realize you are a human being, but you're a soul and a spiritual being, you live forever, right? Stars wait to collide on my last day, but when I leave this planet, I will exist anyway. What's the structure of being? There's too much water that I'm seeing. Yeah, I can't believe I wrote that. And now when I think about it, it's like, it's crazy. And I can time travel back to the time when I wrote that. And I see my black table and I see I could see over my shoulder me writing that rhyme. I still remember my notepad. I got it somewhere in the crib, But, you have to be intentional and you have to be prepared for anything from here to the end of this year and really until 2027, which is the human design prophecy when we start to, as a collective, vibrate from the heart, right? Remember, Angela Rose confirmed it for me. I thought that's what I heard, and I always say it on here, but I was right. And, it's these ancient tools and wisdom and knowledge, human design, astrology, tarot. And, I'm going to try to find a really dope tarot person to get on here for you guys. I'm going to, I'm not into it. I don't know it, but I don't poo-poo and stuff or whatever. But, I'm going to try to get somebody that's really good to come on and talk about it and break it down and tie it into astrology. So I'll be working on some new guests. But, we're going to get ready to go soon. I've been rocking with y'all for an hour. This has been more than fun. And I hope you guys are doing well. I'll try to come on early next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. Just really busy. Just so blessed and honored and working on the birth charts and trying to finish my Pluto blog and design this course. Oh, my gosh. I told you I need 30 hours in a day. 24 doesn't cut it for your boy. But please take care of yourselves. When I say this stuff to you guys, I hope, you really listening. Like, really, watch what you're putting in your mouth. Watch how you eat, when you eat, the time of day, right? The lunch should be our biggest meal. Smaller meals for breakfast and dinner. And it's important to detox our body and do these 16-hour fasts, 12-hour fasts. You know what I mean? Try to Maybe your first meal isn't till like 10 a.m. or even if you can go to noon or 2. It's just, better. Fasting is really good to really, activate the cells, cleanse the body, purification, detoxing. Scorpio South Node, that solar eclipse, ego, vitality, the sun, the I am. So maybe fast October 25th. It's not always great energy to be working on the lunar and solar eclipses. And I'm not saying you can take off. Now, we should have off election day, right? For the lunar eclipse anyway, but that's a whole nother thing. We already talked about that. But the 25th is a Monday. So, everybody's back in work. Make it happen Monday, the day of the moon. Right? But initiate the healing, y'all. Get out your notepads. Tap into the degree of your Chiron, and write 3 positive memories and 3 negative memories from your childhood. And validate the feelings and emotions of the younger version of yourself. Validate your fears, your traumas, your pains. Validate your celebrations, your victories, your 14th birthday party when you had your friends over, and the first time you went bowling, or first time you went roller skating, or, my 10th birthday, I had, or whatever, I had this party and the Smurfs premiered, 1981, I think it was, or 11th birthday, whatever, whatever it is. But understand, like, when you go back and do that, you open up a portal to the subconscious mind, and this is how you can heal your inner child. Do the work. I've done the work. And I had a lot of childhood traumas as Scorpio rising, right? But before I turned 8 years old, both of my parents were shot. You don't think that's traumatic? I seem pretty well adjusted, right? Then before my 10th birthday, I think at 9, they told me I was going to be like totally blind by the age of 21 with my eye disease. I can still see you. Hi. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can overcome anything. Anything. I'm the example. Right? This time last year, I was still sleeping all the way from September 6th. Now you're starting to see how long 40 days is, how long my wife and kids had to be without their husband and father. It's a long time, 40 days. And I was 85 days in the hospital. I didn't get home till November 20th. I went in August 29th. I got home 5 days before Thanksgiving. That's Sunday. All right, let's read and we'll close it out. Last couple of comments or questions.
Okay.
I'll see y'all next week.
Okay.
Oh, I decided in coffee talk.
Kimberly said,
hey, Kimberly.
Eric, you're here for a reason.
Yes, ma'am, I am. I definitely am. God said I've got more healing to do. And I'm trying to heal the world. Right? I got to pick up what Mike Jack said. Heal the world. All I really know, what did he say? All I really know is they don't really care about us. Y'all don't know how dope Mike Jacks was, man. Come on, man. Nobody do it like a Virgo. Don't you ever doubt a Virgo. Ooh, the medulla oblongata on a Virgo is crazy. Mike Jacks, Nasir Jones, E Complete, Big Daddy Kane, Beyonce, Ludacris, Exhibit, Pink. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hope you're enjoying the weekend, Kimberly.
Isaac said, we trust you, Eric. You'll find the right tarot reader for us.
Yeah, man. I'm going to try to get somebody really
and then
good.
Hope said, I'm learning tarot right now.
Oh, really?
I love it, and mine seems to pull up how to heal. How to heal. Yeah.
Go ahead, the what? Pulls up what?
how to heal, not predictions.
Yeah,
And then
you all gotta say congratulations to Hope. She got a new niece. I hope I'm not throwing your business out there, Hope, like that, but I'm happy for you, my friend. Oh, and Hope and Isaac, you didn't get to vote in the email. I didn't see your vote. But I think I'm gonna go with Venus. And I might talk about, for Coffee Talk, you guys, I think I might do Venus and Mercury, if we have the time. And I think we'll have the time to do both. But and then maybe next month I'll do eclipses and recap the eclipses and look at Mars. Maybe I'll do that for November. But October 15th, Saturday, $15, 1 p.m. Eastern over Zoom. I'm going to really I think I'm going to try to do Venus and Mercury. I'm definitely going to do Venus. That's what won in the voting. But Isaac, what would you prefer, Venus or Mercury? But I sent out an email to my regulars. And then what I put in the community, it seems like everybody voted for the siblings and enemies, but I don't want to do that right now. I shouldn't even put that out there like that, but that's okay. But I will address that at a later time. It's just, but Venus and Mercury is very fitting with Libra season and just coming out of the Mercury retrograde and Mercury in Libra. And just the importance of these two planets right now with the eclipses, communications, our hands, and the lungs, and also our pleasure, beauty, value, self-love, right? And money. So doing a deep dive on Venus and Scorpio, and then it's going to be Kazemi and then we're gonna Venus has like a dark side to it. Now I'm a Venus in Scorpio, and I don't like all the stuff that people say about it, because even though it's debilitated there, I like the energy, Venus and Scorpio. But not everybody can handle Venus and Scorpio. We're intense. Our love style, our manifestation of money, it's crazy. It's powerful. It's intense. Venus and Scorpio you're not ready for that. Only a few are ready for that. Any of you guys in there ready? I don't know if you're ready for that. All right, read the last couple of comments.
And then Hope said thank you.
If you know, you know. Huh?
Hope said thank you. Yeah, a brand new Libra Sun, Gemini rising, and Pisces Moon niece.
Oh, that's sweet. The Pisces Moon. Oh, she's going to be so creative and talented. I would love to do her chart for you one day or something like that, That's dope. But you're learning enough astrology, Hope. You can do the chart yourself. I think you're ready. I do. A lot of you guys, listen, no more self-doubt. You guys are limitless. Your abilities are dope, and they're just growing and heightening, and you have to trust in yourself. Close your eyes and move. See what happens. All you can do is make a mistake, but try. Right? Kimberly, Hope, you guys are very psychic, very intuitive. We've talked about this. I've done both of your charts. You guys are special women, No more doubting yourselves. Any last couple comments, anything?
Irene said certified jam.
Thank you, Irene. I want to do your chart one day, lady. And you should be coming to Coffee Talk. I got to see if Anjani's going to come, but you should be coming Saturday, October 15th. Come on, Irene. Isaac, Hope, Kimberly, Stephen, like Daddy, tell Irene to stop messing around. Right? Ain't none of them going to bite you. They're going to show you nothing. Listen, man, we'd be so happy. We might send you a coffee from Starbucks in the mail. Irene, I don't mean to put pressure on you, Irene. I really want to meet you because I think you're cool. I really do. So go ahead. Anybody else?
Hope said I already know about my Venus Leo, can't hide.
That Venus Leo. I know. Y'all are wild. That's it? Anybody else? All right, y'all. God bless. Peace. Have a blessed rest of your weekend. Put in the time. Put in the work, the meditation, the self-love. You're worth it. You know, you are worth it all. And maybe this might be a good full moon to write a little letter to yourself and go put your stuff outside tonight or tomorrow night and charge up your crystals, you know, and things like that. And, you know, full moon, there's some endings. Things are culminating. And we got to purge and detox, get it out. Moon conjunct Chiron. All right. And heal the wounds of the lack of self-love, opposing Sun and Venus, right? You gotta have the self-love. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. I try to tell him, don't dim your light. This kid shines so bright since birth. He would stop traffic in New York City. 2 years old, he's walking down 125th Street and people just parting like he's like parting the Red Sea. Ambulances would stop and like, you know how ambulance, they like, you know, they're going, they're turning the corner, like everybody's got to stop and let them go. When we were holding him, my wife and I holding him, the ambulance, they were like, you know, had their lights on, their sirens, so they were going somewhere. They looked at him and they were like, no, you go. We were like, no, you go. They were like, no, you go. So they let us go. That's the truth. That's his light. And I tell him, don't ever dim it. Shine bright, young man. Shine bright. All right? So, all right. I'm going to go. Episode 88. That was a good year, 1988. Ain't no half-stepping. Big Daddy Kane. Public Enemy. Go check it out. 1988. Another number. Another summer. Damn. Down for the funky drummer. Yeah, man. Public Enemy, Big Daddy Kane, 88. Shout out to my boy Bengay. Bengay. Yeah, 88 was fun, man. Had a good one that year. That was really a good year. All right, y'all. God bless. See you next week. Bye, Aries full moon.